This offseason, a plethora of teams rebranded their jerseys or released a new alternate jersey or a throwback jersey they're going to be rocking in 2024, and we're going to be grading all of them today. Weirdly enough, the inspiration of this video wasn't any jerseys from the NFL, it was the Utah Jazz's new jerseys as they finally rebranded from those horrendous uniforms that highlighter yellow, those bland minimalistic jerseys. No, it is the worst jerseys I've ever seen. I'm so glad they went away with it, and they brought back some of the most iconic and best jerseys in NBA history. So, this is a definite A+, but we gotta go to the NFL. That's NBA. We're gonna get started off with this New York Giants Century Red jersey, as they're calling it. They're doing it to honor their 100th season as a football franchise, and I like it when teams pay homage to their history, but this is one of the worst historic jerseys that I've ever seen. This resembles the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers historic jerseys they brought out about a decade ago, and this one is enough. This is simply horrible. Not much else to say besides that it's garbage. Yeah, there's a reason Saquon left, and it was probably because of this reason. He probably saw the jerseys, and he saw the jerseys the Eagles were wearing, and he knew that was that. This jersey is so bad. I don't blame Saquon for leaving at all. Next up, we have the Houston Texans, who completely rebranded their jerseys this year, and it's kind of hard to tell from this which is which and what is what. So, the white jerseys are, of course, I think the away or home. The navy? Those are also primary, and then you have the red, and you have the one with the weird looking H. Those are alternate jerseys, but you probably knew that already. But anyway, I was feeling iffy at first about these jerseys, but after a while, these really grew on me. It resembles a new era of Texans football very well. It also resembles a new era of football very well, as we've seen teams like the Bengals and Rams do these new futuristic type jerseys. It's definitely a new era for jerseys in the NFL, and we're going to get to even more later that are kind of like this. And these are a big step up from the Texans' old jerseys, as you saw teams like the Cardinals and, ironically enough, the Bengals wear, and it's a huge step up. These jerseys get an A+ rating for me. Might be a little bit controversial, but that's just my opinion. I think they are great jerseys. My new Tank Dell jersey that I got for Christmas is a little outdated, but hey, that's alright. Little update that she's just tweeted this. Tomorrow we roll back the tape to today. I'm recording this on Wednesday, so they're going to release it on Thursday. And I'm planning on releasing this video on Thursday, so I'm going to be missing this. But whatever it is, honestly, I think it's going to look good. Wait, I have no idea what it is, actually. Never mind, I have no idea. Next up, we have the Denver Broncos, and they fall on that line where their old jerseys were very outdated, and they were due for a rebrand. And even though they fall under the line of the Texans' new jerseys, I actually don't like these. These look like Madden relocation jerseys, and they do have some elevation stats on there, like the 5-80, I think, like the Denver Nuggets do, but I'm not quite sure. But they have something to do with the Rocky Mountains and elevation and all that, but I really don't hate it. I don't like it. I think it's alright. But anyway, I'm going to be giving these a B-. They're alright. I don't think they're as good as the new Texans jerseys, but Bo Nix will look good in these uniforms, even though he shouldn't have been drafted 12th overall. Anyway, they're not bad. They're alright. I don't hate them. I don't love them. Next up, we have the Lions, and I don't really think they were in need of a rebrand. That's what makes them so interesting. Their new jerseys fit the brand of the Texans and Broncos with the new kind of futuristic jerseys very well, but I guess that it didn't work. And I do think these new jerseys, these historic throwbacks, I think that's what the new trend is. That's what I call it at least. I think it resembles Detroit a little better, but I do like their old jerseys a little more. Also, I don't know how to feel about those black jerseys. Teams like the Eagles and the Ravens and the Falcons, black jerseys, they work well on them. For the Lions, it really doesn't. So it bumps the grading down a few points. I'm gonna give it a B. I don't mind these jerseys. I like their old ones better, and the black jerseys bump it down a few points, like I said. But anyways, yeah, Lions jerseys a B. Let's get on to the next jerseys. I don't know why the Browns do this every 4 years, but they make some slight tweaks to their helmet or jerseys that you barely catch. But this year they changed the color of their face masks, I think. It actually looks better. I'm giving this an A, but there's just really nothing else to talk about. It looks good.
Lastly, but certainly not least, because they don't have the worst uniforms in my opinion, are the New York Jets, and they're interesting too because they're also a team who just recently rebranded, as they rebranded in 2019 as they are following along suit and again this new futuristic style, but they decided to go back to tradition, go back to the 80s where they're wearing, even back to the 60s as well, but mainly the 80s and 90s. And honestly, I do think it's a step up. I think it resembles more the Broadway style of New York better. I really do like it. It resembles the Jets more. Not only that, but Aaron Rodgers is going to look really good in these uniforms along with everyone else. And I'm going to have to give this one an A. I mean, again, like I said, it resembles New York very, very well. It resembles the Jets very well. It has aura. And again, like, I'm just yapping to get the screen time, get the run time going, because this is a pretty short video, but these are pretty good jerseys, and I have them at A. So here are my final uniform rankings, or I guess just teams who tweaked their uniforms in some way. Texans 1, Jets 2, Lions 3, Broncos 4, 5 are the Browns, and the Giants just... What are the... I mean, I get it, they're paying homage to history, but it's really bad. They're 6. So that's it. I haven't made that short of a video in a while. Sorry about that. I wasn't really planning on it. I had no video ideas, and this just kind of felt like a good video to make, good idea to make, and that's about it. Bye.